Hello. Hi. How's it going? Oh my god, I'm so quiet. No. No, I'm so quiet. Ah. Hi. Hello. Guys, I'm so excited. Okay, so the stitch is I have my microphone gain down because I'm going to be playing the clarinet. Could I have probably set up better audio settings that included a compressor and some reverb and things like that? Maybe. We might have time to set that up. But for now, you're just going to get my microphone, which means when I'm talking, I'm going to talk very close. And when I'm playing, I'm going to move the microphone well back. This is probably the most selfish stream that I've ever done because it's about me and things I like. So I'm having the best time. This is so much fun. I haven't had clarinet upgrades since I started my undergrad, which was 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, coming up on 5 years. The mouthpiece that I've got is it's running out of steam. The ligature that I've got ran out of steam 2 years ago. So this is so exciting. So let me say hello to everyone. Welcome in. How's it going? If this isn't your vibe and you're usually here for co-working, I totally get it. No worries. Super Sweet Bot is technically active. Raspberry! I didn't turn off yesterday's redeem. Let's go. Hang on. Hang on. I'll wait for this to disappear. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, if this isn't your normal thing, that's totally fine. I totally get it. This is probably going to be for the select few of us who, for some reason, want to hear me waffle and play stuff. And I don't know. You're welcome to stick around. Yos, hello. Congrats on first. Moja, hello. Halef, hello. Hello. Grizola, hi. Grizola. Parkerite, hello. Welcome in. Oh my goodness, friends. Adil, hi. Moja, thank you for the streak. Thank you for the streak. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. 80? 80? Oh my good lord. What have I done to you guys? What have I done? That's what we like. Selfish. Those two back to back. I love it. Griselda, thank you for the raspberry. I'm sure that's going to come in handy loads of times today. I did think about getting rid of it, and I thought there probably would be some people who would who would appreciate it, so I've left it. Yes. So, shall I fill you in on the current situation? As the pinned message says, this is my current setup, okay? For reference, just look at the color of this. Oh wait, there's a light. Okay, you can't really tell. You can kind of see some damage around the edge there, right? I say damage. Dirt, grime, loveliness. I think you have streamed for over 80 times. Oh crap. Yeah, probably. That's kind of terrifying, isn't it? This is my current mouthpiece, which is a Van Doren BD5. Yes, okay, I did put it correctly in the pin message. It is a Van Doren BD5. Now, don't get me wrong. It's great, okay? However, they do their BD series in a HD. Ooh, now sorry, this is going to be a very nerdy stream. This essentially means that it's like high density. It doesn't actually stand for high definition. I think it's both. Let's just be real, okay? Okay, but it basically means the material is harder and it's supposed to sound better. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. I did a test run of these last night to get my head around them. I can't wait to do another test today. I get to trial them for the next 2 weeks. And then the plan is to pick my favourite. So I get to pick my favourite of these 3. Actually, technically there's one more that is yet to arrive. So I'll keep you posted on that. But pick my favourite of these 3. And then pick my favourite of these 2 ligatures. So this is the ligature, the metal bit that clips around the mouthpiece. And then this is the mouthpiece, the bit that I play. Does HD here means more doot per doot? Yes. More doot for your doot. I wonder what Alena's viewing streak is. Of myself? Or of other people? I don't really get streaks for other people. I'm so intermittent. I'll just pop in. Hi, Haleth, how are you doing? Yes, I hope you're all well. Please feel free to talk back at me about your lives because this is going to be a lot of Elena nerding out about clarinets today. And it stands for hard discs. Yos, I know you've been here a while. I just want you to know that's in your top 5 comments. That, for me, that's up there. I need you to know that. I think that's, yeah. I mean, that might even take the raspberry. That might take it. that was pretty good. So yeah, current setup is this: a BD5 normal BD5, and this is actually a Van Doren MO in pewter. Okay, just for comparison. Okay, so you can understand why I thought it might be time for a new ligature. This is the Van Doren MO in pewter that I've had for 6 years. She's cute, right? You know, she looks like she's still functioning. What would be the big deal? This is what a new one looks like. Hang on, let me put them together. Yeah. I don't know if you can tell. There's a bit of a difference. This is so nerdy, I love it. Okay, back to work. Have fun, Yoss. Good luck at work. This is what I get to call work, and I love it. Yeah, so essentially, this one definitely sounds better, which I'm going to show you. We can show you. And then I went a bit fancy, and I bought the Van Doren Optimum. So I'm also trialing that, and that looks like this. It's also shiny. It's made out of silver rather than pewter. It's silver, and it's also shiny. So you can see the three of them together. And then we have the 3 mouthpieces. Oh, this is so much fun. Oh my god, you guys, don't get me started. Right now, thing is, I have to keep them in order because they they're already out of order. Oh, okay, well, I'm sure it's fine. Because there are 2 different BD5s. BD5 number 1 is this one. Yay. BD5 number 2 is this one. I don't know why they're actually out of order. This is kind of concerning, but I'm sure that's fine. And then BD6 is this one. So the BD6, see it says a BD6. And then it's got like a little HD. Oh, whoa, it's HD. So yeah, this is what a new mouthpiece looks like as well. If I did a comparison, you'd definitely be able to see the difference. Mr. Vince, hello. Hello, how's it going? I feel like I'm having to shout because maybe I'll just turn the gain up a little bit for this moment. maybe I don't need to. Maybe we just adjust the gain every time I need to talk. Maybe that's actually not that big of a deal. Maybe I don't need to freak the frick out. Oh, sorry. Everything just got louder. I hope that's okay. Turn your volume down. Don't deafen yourselves. How do these things change the clarinet sound? One, new, haven't been used for the last 4 years, so they just sound better because they're new. Second of all, similar design, different material, slightly different vibes. Look, I'm a nerd, but I'm not. I'm not that big. I don't know. They're better. The only big difference is between the BD5 HD and the BD6 HD. This one has a smaller tip opening. The BD6 has a larger tip opening. There's going to be a lot of innuendos here today. I do not want to hear anyone saying a peep about it. Okay, this is the clarinet. Okay, shush. So, yes, difference in tip opening. Okay, hey, left. Okay, just shush. Okay, so yes, this is the situation. Essentially, as far as I'm aware, a larger tip opening tends to be for people who are a little bit more jazzy, a bit more jazzier vibe. So I have been leaning, as of last night, I was leaning towards the BD6. However, there is something else to consider. I am very used to the BD5s. Even though this is a HD, it's kind of similar to the BD5 normal that I have been playing on. Okay. And so when I suddenly switch to a BD6, it takes me some time to figure out it. It's a bit like, I described it a bit like putting on different pairs of shoes. You walk the same, but it maybe takes you a second. Particularly if you're somebody that drives and you drive the car in different pairs of shoes, that's exactly how it feels. It takes you a few minutes to get used to the fact that you're driving in a pair of high heels compared to your normal trainers. Don't drive in high heels, but do you know what I mean? Okay. Does a different material allow the vibrations to travel more consistently? Wow, I should have done research, Parker. I probably. The people that make these are very smart. All I do is I go, wow, that one sounds nice. Wow. I just go, wee, numbers. Yes. Mm-hmm. Also, the interesting thing between these two, and what makes them quite difficult to compare, is they take different strengths of reed. So you know that this is a reed and it vibrates to make sound. If you've got a larger tip opening, you tend to want a slightly softer reed. But if you've got this one, you might want a slightly harder reed. So it makes it quite hard to compare because the same reed on two mouthpieces will feel very different. You understand? Do you need a wider straw for practicing? No. But I like the question. That's good thinking. Could you imagine? Hey, Dalem, how are you doing? Imagine I just whip out like a massive straw. Okay, enough. So, Elena from the British. Hi, Ali. So, I'm going to play for you on my current setup. What you usually hear, okay? I also have realised that I'm going to have to play you music that I've written because then it'll be copyright free. Well, it's not. Please do not steal my music. But I say it's okay because I've copyrighted it, so I can use it, but you can't use it. Get this? Okay. So, whip it out. I know. Just calm, stay calm. Okay, so, excuse me. This is going to get very quiet very quickly because I'm going to have to turn off the Spotify in a second. The Spotify is the only thing keeping me vaguely calm right now because it's playing some jazz. So ignore this for the moment. This is not correct. I'm playing my original setup. Okay, Spotify, bye-bye. Spotify, on my end, bye-bye. Okay, wow, all of a sudden it's quiet. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, original setup. Okay. You can see me, yes, okay. What? Okay, a little simple F major ditty, okay? That's what I have no idea how this sounds for you. But that's original, okay? I'm going to play it again so you can get a sense of what it sounds like. Oh, okay. We're going to switch to a BD5 HD. Okay. Oh, wait. No. Wait. I changed my idea. We're going to change the ligature first. Now this is correct. We're using the optimum. This, I think, is my favorite. It's also the most expensive, but we don't talk about that. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, also, the twizzly bit is on the other side. I'm used to the twizzly bit being this side, so it gets real confusing. Also, hi, Florence! Hello! So I do it, like, kind of back to front at the moment, because I'm, like, not used to it. So, Ali! Hang on, I'll respond to you in a second. Okay. Now, in person, that is quite a big difference, but I don't know if it will come across. It's the way I would describe it is it's richer and it's warmer and it sounds better. Oh yeah, I can hear it. Let's go. So, yes, I was just checking. I've done my flies up. Yeah, okay, we're good. Could you imagine? Yes, Ali, let me do your streak. Hello. Professional clarinetist here. Whee! Okay, so the way you described it is spot on. Okay, so now so original mouthpiece, new ligature. I'm going to play it again and then we'll change the mouthpiece. Okay, you ready? Okay, mouthpiece swap time. Bear with. Please hold. Can you tell that it looks newer? Can you tell that it looks like I haven't spat all over it for the last 4 years? Okay. Hypothetically, this should sound better. Better? It's quite similar. It is quite similar, I think. I don't know if I hear it. Okay. I have to agree with you to some extent. It's, okay, talent. Thanks. I think because I already play on a BD5, I think the BD5 is similar. I think when I'm playing, like, and we'll play some other stuff, we won't just do scales, it feels more stable. Like, yesterday when I was, like, playing on it for a while, it just felt more responsive, which, again, is something I would feel, not necessarily something you would hear. So, I'm going to play it again, and then we're going to switch to the BD6. Now, there might be a moment where I might need to adjust because it feels different, and I haven't played it since last night. And then we're going to go back and forth, and we'll try some different things. But, yes, I feel like it's carrying the notes better, but maybe that's just because it's new. Yes, but that's why we get a new one. That's why we get a new one. I feel like I agree with you there. Yeah. I also was practicing it out in my living area yesterday, which is a lot more, it's a lot bigger. And I think you can tell kind of a little bit more about it out there. How it responds to your playing has to count for something. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Okay. We'll listen to it again, and then we'll switch the mouthpiece again. Okay? Sorry. Okay. Bear with. Okay, so this is the BD6. It has a larger tip opening, which means, wait, I want a softer reed, probably? Okay, yeah, that'll do. I'm also getting used to this ligature because it's new. Okay, that'll do. Awkward twist. Okay, right, let's see how this feels this morning because I haven't played it since yesterday. Okay, is that right? Yeah, that'll do. So that's the BD6. I will say, initial first thoughts this morning are, in this room, it doesn't sound that different. Yesterday it was like, and this is why I have it for 2 weeks, right? This is why we do this, and we have it for 2 weeks and we test it. It could also be the reed. We could try it with different reeds, do different things, but I think it's definitely warmer. I think it's a warmer sound, and we could also play some music as well, because all of this is just scales. We could play some tunes, play some emotional, like, wah, 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 give us some juice. See how they respond to some juice, and then also test like fast passages. See how they respond to like fast stuff. We check the responses. But if anyone has any opinions on the BD6, that's that. And then, oh, I haven't changed them. Sorry, I should have been changing these. I made overlays to help us track what we were doing. But hey, I didn't use them. Oops. The only thing I haven't tested is the first BD5. As of last night, this was my least favorite, but that was last night, and I only tried it for like a little bit. So let us try a B5. Hang on. Wee! Woo! Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Sorry, I'm still not used to this ligature. Oh my goodness. Sounds fairly similar to me. I was surprised. They sounded so different last night. Okay, so this is the first BD5. Wow. They're so different. Oh my god. See this? This is why I try them for multiple days, because oh boy do they feel different. And also I tried them in a different room yesterday. This is my first time trying them in here. And it's quite because there's a lot of like carpet and soft furnishings, it absorbs a lot of the sound. Worse for sure? Okay. This is helpful. I did also have my mum and dad sat on the sofa last night, and I was like, opinions? Every time I stopped, I was like, opinion? I like to obviously make the end decision and make sure it's something that I'm happy with, but getting external thoughts on sound and stuff, super helpful. Okay, for comparison, we're going to go back to my original setup, because that's part of the fun. So, doopy-doopy-doopy-doopy-doo. This is my tarnished ligature. Hi, Isma! We're doing some weird clarinet stuff today. Welcome in. And original mouthpiece, which I don't know if you can see that it's completely discoloured, but hey. Now, I feel like if I directly compare that with the BD6, we'll notice the biggest difference, but I don't know, let's see. So this will be correct. For once. Hang on. It's richer, right? Like even particularly down the bottom. Second one sounds richer. Let's go. Also, hi, Cozy Violet. How are you doing? Hi. Oh, where's a different Violet? Violet Space. Hi. And clearer on the high notes. Oh my god. Is it okay? Good, because I'm not gonna lie to you. I think because I'm, trying to focus on playing and set everything, and I'm in a different room, so it's a little trickier. Two violets. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. Sometimes it's psychological. What other instruments do you play? I play the piano, but like clarinet is the only one I do to like a professional level. Piano, I have a diploma, but the last time I had a lesson, I was like 17. And I do also have a saxophone, which I am thinking I might get back into playing saxophone next year. So hold your horses and brace yourselves. So yes, saxophone, clarinet and piano, but clarinet is the only one I play well. Okay. Also, look how snazzy this is. Look at the cutout. Doesn't it just look snazzy? I would want to hear back-to-back recording so I can tell the detail differences. We could do in a minute a bit where I play and I don't talk between each so that you kind of remember them and I try and change over as quickly as possible. Something else to test, which is rather fun, is to test a different reed. As if there weren't already enough variables. Every single reed makes your clarinet sound very different. This is a 3.5 on a BD6, so it's not actually the recommended. Well, it's okay, but I'm going to put it rather low because lower the reed makes it easier to play. Higher the reed makes it more difficult to play. Here we go. Let's see this. So yeah, it's definitely like tougher to play. Oh, I didn't turn my gain down. Oh no. Did I deafen you guys? Oh no. Just please be careful with headphones today. Because I'm a dum-dum. The game was fine. Okay, good. I do have a limiter, but sometimes I feel like it don't work. I feel like Twitch plugins, OBS plugins, they're not what I'm used to. And I'm like, it was fine. Okay. Yay. Thoughts. Shall we play some music on them? Get some vibes going. So this is my stuff that I've written, but I haven't played it in a while. I'm actually going to do this for my recital, so I need to learn it. But it's got some melodies. So let's play one of these melodies, okay? Okay. Okay, we're gonna take a short 60-minute little 60-minute. We're gonna do hang on, jazz break. Jazz break, because there's an ad break, and I know that some of you guys might not want to miss if I'm switching back and forth. So we're gonna take a bit of an ad break. Have some water. I'm going to do some thinking. Wow, I can't get over how different they sound in a different room on a different day. Like, man, I am a little bit tempted by the BD6 because it's different. It's different. It's individual, you know? Lots of people have the BD5, and not that that's an issue, but I'm not like everyone else. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Part of me's like, maybe I should pick the BD6. But yeah, sorry about the ads. We'll try and snooze them if I'm in the middle of something. Sorry, my straw made a weird sound. Yoss, your boss got you a can of Coca-Cola? For what reason? A particular reason? To celebrate? Did you do a good job? I saw your messages come in about Meld. The last I heard, people were really annoyed at them because they'd integrated AI. And they cost money? Which OBS is free. And like, my issue is with the plugins, not necessarily with OBS. And on a day-to-day basis, I don't need plugins. And also, if I wanted to do plugins, I'd just process my audio through Max and then put it into here. I'm just doing this in the most simple way possible, you know, for the vibes. That's so me. Gotta be different. Gotta. I don't know. You aren't your own person? I don't know, but like I don't want that to be the reason I pick it. I just kind of, I don't know. I wanted to try something. The mouthpiece that hasn't arrived is the BD4. So I've also ordered the BD4 that would sit here, but they've had to order it for me, specially. So yes, but I will only be picking one of these. I'm not keeping 4 mouthpieces. Okay. Okay, that would be a bit insane. So yes, I have to pick my favorite. Is a device like a small Stream Deck not an alternative to your Arduino idea? Do you think I could attach a Stream Deck to Max to my clarinet? It might be possible. It might be. That might work. Okay, jazz time is over. Down to business. Down to business, okay? So, this is the BD6 with a harder reed, okay? Eek, that feels stiff. Okay. Immediate swap. 2. I'm going to do it this time. BD5 2. Okay. Party in the house. That was 3 back to back. Someone gave me the best advice as a violinist trying multiple violins to only compare 2 at a time and choose a favorite out of the 2, then the next one, and then try different techniques. Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna do everything. And definitely that as well. My opinion is that the BD5-1 isn't as good as the BD5-2. And that's the same as the opinion that I had last night. So that's another thing to kind of bear in mind is kind of how your opinion changes over the days and the weeks that you try it. I'm hoping to make a decision by this time next week. So I shouldn't actually need the full 2-week trial period. But yeah, my other opinion was I agree with you guys that the BD5 sounded better than the BD6. But I think that might have been a reed issue because I've switched to a harder reed and the BD6 doesn't like a harder reed. So I'm tempted to play this and then compare it to a softer reed on the BD6. Should we try that? And just see. Because but I don't know, maybe I'm just suited to a BD5. Maybe that's what I'm meant for. Maybe this was who I was meant to be. You know? Okay, well, let's try that. So we're going to compare. I'm going to play the BD5 first, and then we'll do the BD6. Okay. Okay, try to remember that. Hang on. Focus. E. Okay, this, and then this, and then a different reed. Okay. Okay. I see your messages. Okay. Impression. The BD5 definitely responds better on the harder reed, and the BD6 definitely responds better on the softer reed. And I think that's a better way to compare them. I still don't think that soft reed is as nice as the hard reed that I was just playing. And that, unfortunately, makes a huge difference. So it might be that I try and find a better reed or one that I feel more comfortable with, and then do a comparison at that point. I think my kind of initial impression is that I thought I was going to like the BD6 better today, like I liked the BD6 better last night. And I'm actually not completely sure that I do. Also, when I put them down, I'm really hoping I put them down in the right place. I'm really trying to keep them in order, and I'm having a moment where I wonder if I put them... Oh no, because I've got that in the middle. That's correct. Okay, they're in the right order. I don't want to lose track of which BD5 is which, because that gets confusing. Also, welcome in, Salt Girl. Hello. You are welcome to clip them. You're welcome to clip them and compare. If anyone fancies doing some clips, you are most welcome to. You're most welcome to clip. It's a little tricky for me whilst I'm currently streaming to also try and do clips. So, yeah. Way to make sure is to label the spots. It's not, they've got spots. It's the fact that I need to make sure I put them down in the right place. I was thinking wait, did I put it down in the right place? Now I'm having a moment. Can you not read chat without read? Do you usually use a harder or softer reed? Lately I've been on a softer reed, but I haven't been enjoying it, and I've been wanting to make the switch up, which I haven't changed reed strength in 5 years, but I'm considering making the change up to the 3.5. But that would be if I stayed on a BD5. If I went up to the BD6, I'd stay as I am, because it feels different. I can't describe to you how different they are. And I'm pleased with myself that they don't feel as different today, because that kind of means I've done some muscle memory has settled overnight to the point where I'm able to switch between them and they don't feel as different. But also that makes it really much harder to tell. I might have to take, although there's nothing playing in the earphones other than if Puddles has an alert, I might take out one side to give myself just a little bit more I don't know, I guess clarity. Can you show your nails? I shall clip. Ha. Okay, how about we test something like a little bit crazy? The thing is one of the crazy passages I was working on last night is something that a friend has written for me, and I don't really want to play it on Twitch without their consent. So let me see if I can find something in my own work that I've written for myself. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, we could play this. I mean, I'm not going to be able to play it very well because I'm still learning it. But we could maybe play a little bit of this. Ooh. Should I do some glisses? Okay, this is going to be quite intense. This is going to be like glissing up to high notes, and some staccatos and stuff. Yes, we're going to do this section. Okay, it might take me a couple rounds to get it right. So let's practice it on you. I might just, hang on. So this is, bear with. This is the setup right now. Yee. Okay. Woohoo. Okay. Yeah, it feels okay. Right. Okay. This one was better than this one. And that makes me really worried because I'm like, did I switch them by accident? I guess we'll never know. It's fine. They're both BD5s. As long as they go back, it's fine. I preferred this one to this one. That was also on the same reed to give me slightly more of a better feel for it. This one was fun. Last one was the worst. Hot take. But not better than the B. We prefer, so that round, this is so much fun. Oh my God. It's also, when do you get to test £900 worth of clarinet equipment? Like, this is so fun. I only get to do this every so often. It's the best. It's genuinely, it's so much fun. I'm tone deaf, ignoramus. What a word. But watching people get so excited about their art and passion is so cool. Oh, I'm so pleased, Xenons. Welcome in. Yeah, that happens a lot around here. Natural disaster, hello. Okay, so I need to read. I'm wearing my joke pants, as we would say here. Ah, do they fall off by accident? They just prank you at all times. I appreciate the jokes today, Yoss. It's good. It's good. Well done. Good job. I can get used to free concerts, to be honest. Hey, let's go. I'm so sorry. I was gonna belch. Okay. My cat keeps looking around the room for the noises. Yeah. Have you seen those clips of people playing their saxophones to cows? Cows really like saxophones. I was going to say saxophones really like cows. I realised I got it the wrong way around. Okay. The BD6 you struggled with less, I think. I just walked into something cool. Yay, Opal Bean. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, I don't know. We might get bored of it in a minute, but this is going to be my life for the next week, is testing mouthpieces. And I mean, I would test the ligatures more, but I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious. Like this is just better. Just completely. Also, this ligature, it comes with like 2 different back plates to like be able to change your sound if you want to. But the only issue with that is I can't get the plate off. So I actually need to phone the company that I ordered it from and be like, hi, is this user error or is this a potentially like a default one? Default? Defunct. What's the word for when something's slightly broken? Like a manufacturing error. Faulty. Yes, it could be faulty. Why did I struggle with thinking of a word for that? Why do 1 and 2 have the same name for mouthpiece? Okay, this is, I don't know, I haven't talked about this yet, actually. Okay, essentially, the BD5 is what I thought would be my favourite. I kind of thought that the BD5 might be my favourite. And when you think that you're going to like it, you buy it twice because every mouthpiece is ever so slightly different. Even you guys have been able to tell differences between them. So even though they're technically the same, they sound different. So you buy 2 and you pick your favourite. But I also ordered a BD6 and a BD4. It's just not here yet. I'm sorry, it hasn't arrived. Because I wanted to compare what they were like compared to the BD5. And as you can see, I'm kind of liking the BD6. The thing is, though, now I'm kind of like, do I need to order a second BD6 and pick my favourite between 2 BD6s? I don't know. Do you know? That's wild. Have you tested? I feel like a noob. Same. We're all just trying. We're all just testing. We're all just trying stuff. Is it all right to use Sweetbot? Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. I don't ever deactivate it. It's just always active on my channel. I love that YouTube vid. This is like going to the Apple shop and just playing with everything you can't buy. Exactly. Yes. And I also love doing that. Like I literally went in the other day. I was in London and I passed by the Apple store and I was like, let me have a look at the new MacBook Neo. Oh my God, look at the color. It's pink. Honestly, pink MacBook Neo. Top tier. Don't have one, want one. Have you tested cows like clarinets as well? I should. Maybe do a test on stream, just say. I would need to go find a farmer that would be 1 okay with Twitch streaming and 2 okay with me playing clarinet to their cows. That would be, could you imagine sending an email to some local, I don't know, farmer somewhere and just being like, hey, would you be okay if I live streamed myself playing to your cattle? Yeah, feel free, Opal. And you can also set yourself timer. Like if you do ! Pomo and then however many minutes, like say 25 minutes, it will start a little timer and it will tell you when it's over in chat. It will send you a little message. It will say your 25 minutes is up. So you can even set yourself a timer if you want. Okay. Plan next, I think, potentially, might be to play for longer on each. So play and really get to know the BD6 and then do a direct comparison maybe to the BD5. So let me just look through my score because this is what I've written for myself. Let me see. Bits that I could maybe play. I mean, there's we could do some multiphonics. Have you guys heard multiphonics? I was talking about it the other day, and I don't know if you guys have heard. Can I remember them off the top of my head? They're like where it's two notes at once. I have some, hang on. Here. Yeah, it actually does sound like that Xenon, doesn't it? And then, if I can do it correctly, you can hit the upper harmonic whilst playing a multiphonic, so you get 3 notes, but bear with because it's difficult. Kind of. It's used a lot in contemporary music, which, guess what? I play a lot of contemporary music. But yeah, that's the noise my chair makes when I drag it. But that was on the BD5, so that was actually quite responsive to multiphonics, which was cool. Okay, let's do comparison between this one and this one, so 1 and 3. And I'm going to play a longer section of my piece. Okay, let's do it. Sorry. Okay, that was a longer section. Hello, Zahir, welcome in. Hi, Tom. Thank you so much. can I do your sub in a second? Because I want to do an immediate comparison with the BD6. Okay? Thank you so much. That's so cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hang on. Hang on, sorry, hang on. Okay, let's go. I snoozed the ads. Sorry, hang on. Okay. They're definitely different. Hang on, this was the BD. This was this one. Also, hi, Schmanky. They were definitely different. And it's quite difficult to switch between because they feel so different and I have to play them differently. And it took me a second to figure out how to do a gliss. Also, yes, I've not practiced this, so bear with as I make mistakes. I hope people with the tuned ears can notice the difference. It's okay, I'm actually struggling today, so don't worry. Last night, I think the maybe room or vibes, it felt like there were loads of differences. Today, not so much. I might play a little bit of maybe some Mozart or something, because Mozart is very very telling. It's very telling. We might be able to do a little bit of that. I've also snoozed the ads, so I'm aware they're going to kick in like a few minutes. Tom, are you still here? Thank you so much for the sub. 3 months? Oh my goodness. Where's your? I see you. You've got a little yellow jellyfish. Would you like to keep your jellyfish? Or did you want to change colour at all? Hang on, Tom. There we go. I'll get it for you, and then we can. Have I also got some jazz? Should we play some jazz for a second? OBS, jazz, yes. Hello. You do indeed have a yellow jellyfish. It is yellow. It is yellow indeed. There you go. There it is. Whippy. So let me know if you would like to keep the same jellyfish or pick a new one. Let me know. And it took me a couple of minutes to get to you, so if you're not here right now, that's also fine. No worries. Not that you would hear that, but hey. Future you. Good luck with the testing. I hope you find the best match. Oh, thank you, Zanon. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you're going, are you disappearing? In which case, have a good day. Have a good one. Oh boy. I wonder if we need to go back to the original, my current, in order to be able to figure out just how much difference there is. You know. I might also try. Because the reed I'm playing on at the moment is reed number 9. Reed number 9. You have been selected. I might switch it up and play on like something different and see what kind of vibe that gives me, you know? I kind of remember, maybe it was reed 8 I quite enjoyed yesterday. This is reed 8. Okay, let's... The office phone is interrupting your sound making? No! Not having to work an office job. No. Okay, this is 8. Spotify. Shush. Okay. Oh, wait, we might be cooking. It's a bit soft though. It's a bit soft. It's a bit too easy going. Hang on. Sorry, this involves double tonguing, so I'm still practicing this. Hang on. Okay, honestly, kind of like. Let's go to a BD5. Okay. Same read for the moment. Same read, same vibes. Okay. My initial opinion is it just feels brighter. Like, I just think the BD5 feels brighter. This was this one, by the way. Sorry, hang on. That was that. It just feels brighter, I think. I don't know. What's you guys' opinion on that? It's after a while as well. I mean, we're only an hour into this. I'm probably not going to do any more than hour and a half, 2 hours, because you start not being able to hear things. Like, it starts being like, oh my God, I've heard them all so many times, I don't know anymore. I don't know. But that was also a different read, so it changes things again, which is really fun. It's actually, I feel like this is going to be one of the hardest decisions, and I'm really excited for the BD4 to arrive. I'm hoping they'll be able to send it out sometime next week, and that would be ideal. Because the BD4 is a larger tip opening than the BD5, but not as large as the BD6. So I feel like it could be kind of an intermediary between these two, and that would be kind of fun. Okay, let's listen to some jazz whilst I figure out what I'm doing. Okay. Jazz. Okay. So, thoughts on the matter. BD5. We could try a brand new read and get an opinion on a brand new read. Oversaturation of the sound in your ears and mind is a real thing. Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you're composing or you're mixing and mastering or you're doing any of those things, yeah, you can only do it for a certain amount of time. It's also jazz break. Listen to some jazz. Have a drink. Chill for a sec. I'm thinking new read. Yeah, try all three. Okay. In which case, let's go to BD5-1 and start with BD5-1 and work our way through. Here we go. This is a brand new read. I still try to get a feel for the music since I'm not too familiar with contemporary classical, so I couldn't really focus on the sound too much to hear the difference. Yeah! We could play some Mozart. Maybe we'll do some Mozart. I need to just mark these, actually. Where's my pencil? So, is this my 3.5? That's my 3.5. Okay. So you are a 1, but you're a 1, 3.5. And that makes you 2. Sorry. Okay. Thoughts on this read? Let's see. Oh, horrific. Can't make a note. That's a no. No. I'll work that in its own time. Reads that are fresh out the packet are they can be a bit dodgy. Some of them work straight away. Some of them need a few days. Being a clarinetist, man. Too many variables. Right, I'm going to go find Mozart. Give me a moment. I need to find Mozart. I have returned and I have found the Mozart. Now, nobody with perfect pitch attempt to kill me, please, because this is meant for clarinet in A, and I'm about to play it on clarinet in B flat. So it's going to sound like it's in the wrong key. I apologise. But everyone else, we won't notice because we don't have perfect pitch. I have not played this in about 6 months more. So yes. Hi Tobis, late to the party. Hopefully not too late for the special performance. No, we're just going to do some Mozart. I'm going to play it on my BD6 because that's the one where I'm like, what's going on here, you know? So, Spotify, shush. Bye-bye, Spotify. Mozart, locked and loaded. BD6? BD5. Oh, no, we're on BD5. We're on BD5 too. Sure, we'll do that first then, seeing as it's already ready. And I'm going to play it on reed. Oh, God, do I even like any of these? Do I have reed 10 in here somewhere? Yeah, let me use 10. Okay, 10 is a go time. Go, go, go. Go, go. Integrity, you are go for launch. Okay. This reed might be dreadful. Let me see. Hang on. I've had worse. Nope. Nope. Okay, that'll have to do. Okay, Mozart. You might recognise this. You might recognise the Mozart. It's heard in a lot of things. When was the last time I heard it? I think it was in a Try Guys video. They had a background music of Clarinet Concerto. So this is the Mozart Clarinet Concerto. A bit of it. Turn over the page. Okay, whoa, I've got a bubble, hang on, whoa. Okay. That was by no means perfect, but I quite enjoyed playing that. It felt quite free, easy to tongue. I didn't feel like I was fighting much. I mean, I'm obviously not completely used to it, but it didn't feel bad. The Ninth Symphony, oh my God, get out the Beethoven books. There can be bubbles, yes. You can get condensation that builds up. And I reckon if you didn't know there were bubbles, you didn't know how we get rid of them. Which is, one, we blow air through them. And then second of all, don't smoke. But cigarette paper is really good for getting rid of bubbles. So you crack out one of these bad boys. You fold it up. Hello, Crystal. That's generally good advice. Yes, please do not smoke. And then you tuck it under the key that you're having an issue with, and it collects all of the water. See? It makes a little ring of water, and it collects it all up for you. But obviously you can't do this in the middle of a performance. So if you're in the middle of a performance and you get water, oh, good luck. You know? And you end up just kind of having to go and then keep going and hope for the best. That's so interesting. Yeah. There's lots of fun tricks. See, playing the clarinet is not as boring as people think it is. You have to have a constant supply of cigarette paper. Okay, I'm going to play the same thing on the second BD5. I think this is what I'm on right now. So, this one, I think. I'm learning so much about clarinets right now. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I'll take that. That's good. I'm happy to share my passions and interests. Okay. We're gonna play the same thing again, okay? Okay. I think maybe the BD5 2 felt better than the first BD5. I came here because I thought it'd be another co-working stream. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm not actually co-working today. Although Super Sweetbot is active if you'd like to use it anyway. You're welcome to. But I'm so glad that this seems interesting. I don't know. I feel like this is very selfish, just doing what I want to do. But you guys have made this possible, and I'm very grateful. So, yeah, it's pretty cool to be able to look into upgrades. This low-key sound like a certain piece of music about a old German kids story. Ooh, I don't know if I know. Do you think it sounds similar to? It might be just like another piece of Mozart. It might sound similar to other bits of Mozart. Either 2 genuinely sounded better or you just played better. There is, okay, that is the thing we haven't talked about, is the fact that there is an element of like humanness to it where you might just play better the second time. In my opinion, sometimes you play better because the mouthpiece is also better. So that's how I kind of felt about the second one, is it felt like I was more in control. It felt like I could get a better sound from it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is there an instrument you want to learn really badly but couldn't get the hang of? Singing. I had some singing lessons when I was in like year 7, so when I was like 12. And don't get me wrong, like my singing teacher was lovely, but I think that I was brought up to think that I was really bad at singing, and I kind of had a teacher that maybe didn't like encourage it as a skill, and so I think it took me a long time to get over that. So I don't think I ever got over that in my lessons. Like I was always kind of holding back, and then I stopped having singing lessons, and I've kind of ever since then I just know that I can't sing, and that's not necessarily in a bad way. It's just I would like to be able to sing, and I can see myself like hypothetically in the future, if I had a job that, you know, meant I could pay to have hobbies. I know technically it's still part of music, but I would pay for a singing teacher and I would actually do it properly. Did you see the clip I made of you yesterday? Oh, I didn't. I'll check it out. Yulo did it. Yulo. I was going to say Yulo didn't, but I don't know if I'm saying that right now. Brain poop. I'll check it out. You can always, if you still have access to Whisper Me, right? You can whisper it to me if you like. I had the impression that it sounded a little softer, but my memory may be wrong. No, I felt the same. Like, I felt that I was able to give a kind of sweeter quality to the sound. You totally should always go for things no matter what. Yeah. That's good life advice, Parker, right? Good life advice. Okay. This is BD6. This is BD6. Let's go. Okay. One, this is so much better, but I'm just not happy with the setup. Give me a moment. Do 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 boo 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 boo. Hang on. Pages. Opinions. I will say, we did chat between these. The BD6 is definitely different, but I think it gives, generally speaking, a warmer sound, I think. Also, there was a streak, wasn't there? Crystal, you had a streak. Here's your streak. Woo! Let's go. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let me read what you put. Oh, I read what you put. It was about the kid's story. Yes. What did I miss? What did I miss? Okay. No, we're good. We're all caught up. I'm fine. I didn't miss anybody. Tom, if you're still here, let me know if you're happy with your jellyfish as it is. And I can just add an extra exclamation mark to it. If you don't let me know, I'll just add one and put it back up. Don't worry. You will get added to the board. Thinking of... I had a thought. I was going to do a thing. What was I going to do? Oh, go back to the original. Do. I actually think I will go back and listen to the VOD. A lot of it I do, by just listening to it, but I think I actually will go back and listen to the VOD. Okay, this is my old mouthpiece and my old ligature. Let's see what kind of sound we get from this. Oh my God, the difference, Jesus. this is what I've been sounding like. That difference is really noticeable. And that is why we always go back. Because it reminds you why you're doing this. It reminds you why it's worth it. You know? Let's just swap that out. Okay, this is the BD6. Yeah, I mean, that's just better, innit? I love how it looks like you're opening a bottle of wine. It is kind of. It's like, I don't know if you can see from where you are. Okay, this is BD52. The difference in colour in these corks. But this is mine that I've used for 5 years. Can you see it's darker? Basically, the cork needs to start out tight so that as it's used over the years, it doesn't become too loose. It needs to still create like a good join. So when you get mouthpieces that are brand new, they're a lot tighter, and therefore you end up having to put more strain in to take them out because yeah, they're tighter. And then that's the same thing with the whole clarinet. So if I take apart like my middle joint, for example, you can see that this is really dark. And that's because I've had it quite a while. And also you coat it in cork grease, which is this stuff. This happens to be from Haworth's, because we love Haworth's. Cork grease, which does what it says on the tin. It greases cork. If you're curious about clarinet things, actually, I do have... God, I'd never self-plug stuff, but there is a video on my Instagram and on my TikTok that's me going through everything in my clarinet case. My TikTok one is longer than the Instagram one, so if you want the uncut version, go to TikTok. And I go through like all of my stuff, like screwdrivers, cork grease, pull-throughs, probably cigarette paper is in there. I also talk about the fact that I'm allergic to certain reeds. How do you keep it hygienic? So when I return whichever ones that I'm not using, they charge a returning fee because they clean it upon return. So they're cleaned and then put up for the next person. But no, everyone has their own mouthpieces. It's not something that you share. And everyone has their, like, I mean, beyond just like life, it's everyone has their preference. So everyone has their own clarinet and stuff. Very briefly, do you want to hear what the Mozart sounds like on the instrument it was actually written for? Well, actually, that's a lie. It was written for the basset horn. But this is an A clarinet, which is the next best thing to a basset horn. You can Google a basset horn if you like. If you've never seen a basset horn, go Google what that looks like. Yeah. That's what Mozart was writing for at the time. I've always wanted to play one actually, but I haven't gotten my hands on one, you know? But the Mozart was actually supposed to be played on the A clarinet, which is ever so slightly longer. If I hold them up, you might actually be able to see. So, can you see that the A is longer? Particularly if you compare like the barrels, see where this one ends and this one stops. See? So yeah, the A clarinet is lower because of that. It's longer, so it's lower, and it's in A. So if you played a C on the A clarinet, it would sound like an A. And if you play a B flat clarinet, if you play a C, am I getting this the wrong way around? I might be. Anyway, transposing. They're transposing instruments. Wait, hang on. There we go. A Canadian clarinet is longer? What's a Canadian clarinet? Really? Oh yeah, if you don't know, you can also get E flat clarinets, which I also recommend Googling. Try and get a picture of it next to a normal clarinet. They're a little baby clarinet. They're like about this big, from like here to here. And they're very tiny. And they sound higher because they're tinier. I've never actually played an E flat. Again, would like to. And then bass clarinet I played quite a little bit in high school, but haven't played it since high school. But I did play bass clarinet, and I got the honour of playing bass clarinet for Mahler 1, which if you know that symphony, it's got some bassy moments, and that was really fun. I remember playing that. Top of the morning, Ultra Flip, hello. Jack? Hello? Hi, how are you? Oh my god. Thank you so much for the 25 gifted. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a good one. How's things? How's stuff? I think your jellyfish is still on the board. You're at the top there. That one at the top. That one. Let me know if you'd like to add an accessory at all to Oh, Jack, thank you for gifting us up to Hayla. Thank you so much. That's so kind. You don't have to, of course. This is only if you want to, but I can get you a little accessory for your jellyfish to thank you for that. Oh my god, what? Level 6 hype train. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks a lot. Merci beaucoup. Ευχαριστώ. Boli. Thank you very much. I'm learning Greek at the moment, so that's my attempt at Greek. And there was some French in there for some vibes. Okay, I guess, what were we doing? I was playing it on the A clarinet, yes. And then I was talking about there was a mini clarinet. It's very mini. And then there's a bass clarinet, which obviously is massive. So Google a bass clarinet, it's much bigger. And then if you're going crazy and you're Googling instruments going, what the heck, I didn't know these existed, try typing in like something like a contrabass saxophone. You'll find images of saxophones that take up entire rooms. I am not kidding. But yeah, thank you so much, Jack. Hey, Lef, I'm glad that you managed to grab a sub in there. Let me see if I can find an image of one of these crazy saxophones. A contrabass saxophone, but it's like, it's bigger than, I mean, a contrabass is pretty big. Unbelievably outrageous saxophones. So there's a there's a sub contrabass. What if I just type in largest ever saxophone? Yeah. Look at these bad boys. I swear there's one that takes up like a whole room though, and it like winds its tubing the whole way around this room. If anyone finds it, please let me know. Yeah. I have once played a baritone saxophone, and I'm not joking. It's the same height as me. Like, I'm 5'2" for reference, right? You need to imagine a saxophone that's like, it's this tall. Okay? Like, hi Natalus, hello, welcome in. They're bigger than a tall human. I know! It's wild. Okay. What would you guys like to hear before I finish up today? Do you want to hear me play like the rest of the opening of this Mozart? I could play to the end of the exposition of the Mozart because that's what I know. And it's really pretty. Even without piano, it's really pretty. I could play that. And I can play it on A, what it was meant for, maybe. And because you've heard most of my piece, although I could maybe do it with some electronics if you like. Maybe do a little. We could. We'll end with a improvisation. That's what we'll do. Okay, plan sorted. Super Coops, hello, welcome in. How are you? How's things? My friend's brother in school was 6 foot in year 6. Oh my word! And he was made to hold this huge saxophone around all these tiny kids his same age. I will never get the image out of my head. Oh bless. Which clarinet do you usually play or feel most comfortable with? Those are 2 separate questions because I have 2 separate answers. The clarinet I usually play is my B flat. Most of my music is on the B flat. And then I feel most comfortable at the moment with my A. Again, I go into this actually in that TikTok video that I mentioned, but I'm happy to talk about it, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, if you want deets, it's on there. Can you see this little silver plate here? Hang on. This one doesn't have... Can you see this one doesn't have a silver plate and this one does? That's because this is my A clarinet and it's a Prestige. It's an R13 Prestige. And this is just an R13 without the Prestige. And so, thank you so much for the hype train. Choo choo. Oh, I got an emote. What did I get? Cheers. Oh my God, I love it. Look at this little dude cheersing. Oh my God, that's so cute. Cheers. Thank you so much. So essentially my A clarinet, I think is the better instrument. I think it sounds better. And also, I don't know, I think because it's richer and it's lower and it's warmer, I like that in my sound and I prefer hearing that on my A. My B flat is a little bit tinny for my liking. And also she's got a rattly key at the moment. Wait. And it really annoys me. So I probably need to take her in to get serviced. But every time I take it in to get serviced, it's like anywhere between 100 to 200 pounds. So I try and only do it once every 2 years, once a year if I have to. But this is really bugging me. So I might have to take it to a repairer just to fix that. Not do a full service. I play the bassoon. It used to be very disproportionate to me when I was smaller. Oh, absolutely. I remember the first time I put together a clarinet, I was sat cross-legged on the floor in primary school and the clarinet towered over my head. And I remember thinking, oh my God, it's massive. And then obviously, like, I still think compared to like my body, it's quite long because I'm quite short. Like sometimes do you know what I mean? But sometimes you see it next to like really tall people and you're like, oh wow, they make it look tiny. Okay, let's do some music because I've talked for a little bit. It's actually now feeling cold because I haven't played it. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to play you the Mozart from the start to the end of the exposition. Okay, let's do this. So you'll hear some bits that you're familiar with and then I'll go into another bit. Okay. Kind of mucked up the ending. Is everything okay? Because I had to cover my screen in order to do that. Yay, I can see some dancing emotes. That's very nice to come back to. I had to cover my screen with my music. Hey, okay, so that's the exposition of the Mozart, which is like one of the most asked for excerpts for auditions. So if you're going to an audition, you're probably playing that. And then I said I would end with a little improv, which was not planned, so give me a second. Let me see what I can come up with. Let me open Max. This is the first time I've heard you play, and it's awesome. Oh, thank you so much, Ultra Flip. I really appreciate it. It's I don't know. It is one of those things where I constantly alternate between, oh yeah, I'm doing a master's degree in this. I sound good, and oh my god, I'm the worst player ever. I feel like that's most musicians. So I appreciate that even with a microphone and no effects added, that it's fairly enjoyable. Luke, are you good? Luke? Are you alright? That was supposed to be an emote. All good. All good. No worries. No worries. I just, avoid that in future. That's quite funny. Okay, Max. Where's my Max patch? Here she is. Okay. Let's do a little option, audio status, output device. Oh, hang on. Input device is my Yeti. My output device is my headphones, please. Okay, turn it on. was really freaking creepy. That was really freaking creepy. Sorry, that was really freaking creepy. Bear with. Okay, and move the microphone away. Move the microphone away from me. Okay, well, there needs to be a clear button. Where's my clear button? Message clear. Okay, clear. I don't know how long that was. I have absolutely no idea how long that was. Can you hear my voice? Am I still in the reverb? Am I in the reverb? Should I turn the reverb down a little bit? What about now? There we go. That's a bit more normal. Okay, that's normal-ish. Except I can hear myself, which is weird. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. The echo is giving me chills. I really like that. Thank you. Some of that was a bit dodgy. Oh my god, when I squeaked that top D, I almost lost my marbles. I was like, why? Because the worst part about using a delay is that as soon as you squeak a note, you know you're going to hear it like 5 more times because it's now gone into the delay. We've returned from the dreamscape. Okay, hypothetically, if I made an EP of like ambient dreamscape loopy clarinet at some point, because I'm thinking of doing a wild, wacky electronics thing, right? Where I make like that kind of thing. Because that's a lot of what I do is like, you know, that's a lot of what I do. But I also really like just a simple delay. It's cute. The occasional squeaks is why I like playing high on the clarinet. I mean, to be fair, it's just practice. And I'm on a brand new ligature and a brand new mouthpiece, which means that everything feels different, particularly high notes. They're the most sensitive. Everything has to be pitched perfectly. So, yeah. I was getting into the zone. 10 out of 10 would listen to that while working. See, this is the thing. If I make an EP, then we could listen to it whilst we work because it's technically my copyright. I own it, so. Also, on a scale of 1 to 10, how awful is this microphone? Because I don't really want to have to change back to my previous mic setting. So if it's fine for you, it's fine for me. Yeah, but squeaking is just part of life. You won't squeak if you're playing correctly. That's the reality. But it just takes forever to learn correct technique. So, also, yeah, this is the patch. So if anybody's going like, how did you make this? It's this. Which actually I can make a bit bigger. And I could talk you through it. I don't know. This is turning into a very selfish stream, but hey, here we go. Here goes nothing. So that green bit that's going up and down, that's my sound. That's what we record in. And then when I want the delay, I turn this up. When I want the delay, I turn this up. That's what we record in. And then when I want the so that's the delay. And then this bit down here, that's my reverb. So if I turn that up, woo! Woo! I'm in a tunnel! It's a really echoey tunnel. I'm all the way over here. Hi, humble God. How are you? Help! Help! So yeah, and then you have them both together. And then you have them both together. Help! Help! So yeah, and then you have them both together. And then you have them both together. Max person! Hi! Yeah, I use Max for like everything. Welcome to the party. Look at Max 9. Have you seen Max 9? Isn't it pretty? Look, you can make stuff pink. How long's it been since you used Max? Also, please let me talk Max. I will talk Max at anyone who listens. We've had like a whole hour of clarinet and now I'm like Max time. It's Max time. Is it? I want to say it's 98 shitter, but I feel like you've taken out the I for a reason. I used to use it in school. Wow. Did you go to school for like music tech and stuff? A Twitch wouldn't. Okay. Well, you're 98 shooter then. Shitter. No matter how you say it, it sounds like shitter. So that's just what we're going with. Anyway, I can also do a mod delay, guys. I think you should hear what a mod delay sounds like. So, anyway, I can also do a mod delay, guys. Woo! Wee! Wait, what does my clarinet sound like? that's a mod delay. Alien invasion. Yeah, it's giving like flanger. It's giving like Queen album. Yeah, I actually used that in my French horn piece, #coming soon. What else is on here? Reverb decay, reverb location. I'm not using those. I'm using a ping pong delay, which is where hang on, let me move this a little bit now. I ping pong it between your ears. So sometimes it sounds in your left, sometimes it sounds in your right. And it goes ping 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 ping. Extremely delayed flanger. Yeah. Am I delayed when I'm talking to you? Like, is the sound in sync with my mouth? Because this is coming through Max and then to you. So, vibes. That reminds me of all the wacky pedals I tried when playing electric guitar. Yeah, I love a good wacky pedal. You can actually put clarinet through like a load of guitar pedals. Get one. Some of the freeze ones are really cool because you can like hold a note, press the freeze delay pedal and it'll go wee. But I've built that in Max, so a lot of stuff you don't need to buy if you can build it, which is helpful. It has been 2 hours of a very selfish stream where I talk about everything that I'm interested in. I try a bunch of mouthpieces. I really like the BD6. I think it's a vibe. Let me see if I can switch back out of Max. Hello? Okay. Wee! There we go. Okay. I've survived out of Max. Is it jazz time? Here we go. Whoa, it's jazz time. Yes, I really like the BD6. It's nice. It's a vibe. The Optimum is also, we just love her. She's great. The Van Doren Optimum ligature. And look, she just looks snazzy. Doesn't she just look snazzy on there? Look at that little buckle and stuff. Look at the V, the cutout. You can't tell me she ain't a fashionista. So yeah, I feel like this might be the vibe, but I've still got another week. And as I said, the BD4 is set to arrive. So be honest, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. Would you like me to stream trying the BD4? Because I can show you the BD4 as well if you'd like, but it's not going to arrive for another weekish. I don't know when. They haven't told me. So if you would like that, let me know. But also if you're like, Helena, co-working, please. I totally understand. I always liked the delay pedal the most and the wah-wah. I just think a delay is underrated. Like, or it's overlooked. Like, it's one of those things where very quickly when you start working with electronics, you're like, I've grown beyond a delay. I don't need that. But it's so nice to just kind of return to it sometimes and do something simple. Like, honestly, that was, like, it's the simplest Max Patch. You just plug in an Ableton device, abl.device.echo, tilde. And it just works. I've also just... also, thank you for the follow from 10 minutes ago. Sorry I missed that. Welcome in. I was going to do some co-working today, but I was thinking that after all the excitement of this, that I might just leave it at this today and, I don't know, maybe have my Friday afternoon off, go for a walk or something, and maybe potentially. So I won't see you tomorrow. I have some family stuff tomorrow, but then, I'm so sorry, for some reason I've got belch. Excuse me. Oh, thank you for the follow. I have some family stuff tomorrow, so I should be back Sunday. And I will see you Sunday. Thankful to have captured this, so thanks so much for sharing. Yeah, initially I kind of thought I wouldn't go back and watch this, but actually I might. Just because a microphone, and particularly a Yeti, which is not a top tier microphone, it will definitely pick up different things than I hear in person. So it might be interesting to go back and hear it and see. Maybe it's more obvious when I'm listening to it rather than playing it. I don't know. I'll go back and have a look. If you want to try the BD4 on stream, I'm all here for it. Okay. I might do a little check-in next week and let you guys know where I'm at and let you know what I end up picking. And also, try the BD4 for a little bit. Side tangent. 98. Saw my local orchestra play Symphonie Fantastique last night, and it's still in my brain. That's by Frick. Who's that by? Dvorak? Is it? Oh, sorry, this is a singer. Hang on, let me just skip over this. When I'm talking... Oh, it's not Deck the Halls. It's not freaking Christmas. Goodness me. Tried to play a Christmas jazzy song. No, it's April. I just had to check it was April. I was like, wait, it is, right? Hi, Christopher. I'm just wrapping up. We've just been trying some clarinet mouthpieces, which is this list of stuff here. But I'm just wrapping up and waffling, really. Thank you for the follow. I'm mainly a co-working streamer, but I will be back next week to test out another one. So we've got a BD4 that's coming. So if you're interested in that, come back sometime next week. Before I leave as well, because today seems to be the day of shameless plugs. I get there eventually. Feel free to join the Discord. You'll get updates on when I go live, which I don't really have a schedule, so some people find that helpful. Okay. Thankful to have, I've read that. Thank you, Ultra Flip. I appreciate it. Yulo, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day and tomorrow. Thanks for the fun stream. Thank you so much for being here. I was really surprised to see so many of you, actually, because I thought people would see the title and be like, not co-working. So thank you for the support today. It's meant a lot. Yeah. Okay. I could send you maybe over to a coworker. I'm assuming people are co-working today. We could go say hi to a co-working person. And then you guys can get back to work. I am gonna probably go chill for a bit. Oh, Lenny is live. Oh, let's go say hi to Lenny. I haven't seen Lenny in a hot second. Have they been streaming recently? Oh, thank you, Griselda. Yeah, I'm once again. Wait, I really should say this, okay? Like everything from Twitch goes into a pot that is like my masters and my life pot. So just thank you so much, because it's meant that I can kind of look at that pot and go, okay, maybe we'll try some clarinet mouthpieces. Maybe we'll do some of this. Maybe we'll try this. So thank you so much for meaning that I can do this, and also for supporting my masters as well, because it's, it's a thing. Hey, Hobby, I'm so sorry. I'm actually just about to raid out, but it's good to see you. If you're interested in clarinet things, I would recommend checking out this VOD. Maybe I could upload it. Maybe I could upload this VOD. Again, there's probably not much interest in it, but I can put it up maybe somewhere. Oh, you just woke up? Well, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. I will see you Sunday, everyone, as long as life goes to plan, which, sometimes it doesn't. Plan is to see you Sunday. Let's raid Lenny. Have I spelled it right? Penny. Have I spelled it right? Yes. Okay. Let's do a little dance. Tap your toes. Wiggle them hips. It's a music day, but now we here to co-work with you lovely peeps. Does that rhyme? Did I make a rhyme? Did I rhyme a raid message? I don't know where that came from. I channeled something in that moment. This is actually a prophecy that spoke to me. This was actually just like a prophecy that came out of me. Copy the raid message. Let's go say hi to Lenny. It'll be good to see them because it's been a hot sec. And yeah, let's go. It says they co-work. Hang on. Oh, it changed. It said when they co-work. Is it no longer... Is it like Tuesdays and Thursdays? No, it's a Friday today. I don't know. I just feel like I haven't caught them in a second. So it'll be interesting to see what their schedule is. Take care of yourself. Drink water. Do fun things, as well as work. Thank you for your support always, Jack and everyone else today. Thank you so much. And for hanging out. It means a lot. Take care. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Sunday. If you think hips and peeps is a rhyme, I'm Grisella, bare minimum. Okay, bye. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye. Oh no, Lenny just disappeared. Lenny, come back.